Hi everyone, it's Chloe here and I'm the owner, maker and creator of Emmy Creations. Welcome back to my channel. So as you may know, based on my previous video, I recently did a market at the Kirribilli Markets and I thought I would do a little update video just to keep you guys in the loop of how it went. Similar to what I did previously, keeping you guys in the loop in terms of how much I spent on the market, how much I earned during the market, and everything that happened during the market as well. So it was a really successful market and probably my most successful. I actually earned the most in this market compared to the previous markets that I've done. So I guess the things that I changed with my market setup may have worked. It's really hard to tell because it's my first time doing it with a new setup, and I guess the changes definitely had a positive impact, but you know, I'm just gonna say that it worked. But yeah, so I guess I should just jump straight into it. The day started really nicely. We got to drive over the Anzac Bridge and also the Harbour Bridge and watch the sunrise as we were getting to the market. My hubby came with me along with Captain, which was really nice to have their company with me. The reason being was that I wasn't feeling too well on the day, so I thought I just needed them just to be there just in case anything happened. But yeah, I hope no one really noticed that I wasn't feeling too well. But yeah, it was a really good market, as I said before. And you know, the market setup was really great. My neighbors were really nice and really sweet. We were looking out for each other a lot as well, because when we arrived at the market there was actually a sign telling people that some store owners reported to the Kirribilli Markets that people were stealing things. Like they would do things like huddle as a group, get your attention away, and then someone would snatch an item from your store. So we were all kind of really looking out for each other, and it was really nice to, you know, get to know some of the other store owners as well. So if you're watching, hello again. But yeah, so in terms of how my day went, as I said, it was my most successful market, and the total revenue, not including expenses, I actually earned $1,184. I finally passed that mark of $1,000, which makes me so happy and really grateful as well to anyone who purchased my goods. And also thank you so much for your support, because it really does mean the world to me. I'm really wondering if the sale went up because the day was actually so beautiful. It was such great weather, even though it's winter at the moment in Sydney, but it was not cold. I didn't even wear my puffer jacket for the whole day. I only wore it during the setup period, which was really early in the morning, so it was pretty cold. But as the day went on, it was a really nice winter sunny day, and it was just perfect weather for people to come out and check out the markets. So that may have contributed to my increase in sales. But yeah, so I earned $1,184. In terms of my expenses, so there were a few, and I'll break those down again. So market fee was $150, materials is $140, so a little bit more than previously because I actually sold a little bit more of my chubby toys, so I made a few more of those. That's why the material cost increased. Transaction fee was $17.20 because I use a square reader. Petrol was $30 and food was $40 because I had to feed my husband as well. So it was a little bit more expensive, but the total fees came down to $377.20. So not too much higher than from last time. I guess the increase in materials and food, but otherwise it's pretty consistent in terms of how much I spend on the markets. And in terms, so when I put those numbers together, my net profit comes down to $806.80, which is roughly $200 more than my last market that I had at the Kirribilli Markets. So I would confidently say that this was a very successful market. And just to recap on the changes that I made to my store. I didn't put my toys inside the crates. I actually placed them on top of my crates and used my crates to create podiums to you know, showcase my toys. I had more signage, which I actually think really helped, because people would come by and they would see, for example, with my kids, so I had very clear signage indicating how much my kids were. I think the other thing I would improve on that is to indicate what is inside the kits. But it was really nice that people were really interested in my kits and would strike up a conversation, and I would tell them what's inside, but I would also tell them how I learned how to crochet and how they could also learn, which was really nice. So if I was to improve my setup further, then I would probably add an extra sign indicating what was inside or what is inside my kits. The other change that I did was the bundles, and the bundle, like the stitch marker bundle with the kits, was a really great idea, and it really worked. It actually got people really excited about them. And I also did a card and brooch bundle, but those didn't sell, and I think the reason being is I actually forgot to put a price on them. I didn't realize until I was packing up that I forgot to stick the prices onto them, and I had them made, but I just completely forgot to stick them on. So I think if I was to stick the prices onto the bundles and people saw that, oh, if you buy the brooch plus the card bundle, it's $13.50, whereas if you just bought the brooch, it'll be $12, and if you bought a card, it's $4. So you actually make a saving. But I forgot, so I need a note to self when I sell at my next market, which is at Coco Kawaii, to add those price tags on. But yeah, so since I'm talking about items now, I'll actually talk about how many items I actually sold on the day, and also what sold really well as well. So I did a really quick calculation. So there were actually 50 items sold on the day of my market, compared to last time, which was 40 items. So I had extra 10 items that were sold this time, which really increased my sales. And I think the reason being is that I actually had more chubby dim sum toys, and I also had more kits as well. But I will just break down how many items in each category that was sold. So I just have it written in my book. So the first thing was my little dim sum, which actually only sold 8, and I actually had 32. So 8 out of 32 sold. I don't know if it's because I had the chubby ones there. So people would see the chubby ones and then they'll see the small ones, and they obviously would prefer the chubbier ones because, one, they're bigger, and in terms of price, it's $10 more expensive, but you get a much larger toy. I'm not sure, but yeah, for the dim sum, only 8 out of the 32 sold. The chubby dim sum, I actually made 6 at home, but I brought yarn with me to the markets to crochet, and it was so busy that I only managed to make 2 extra ones. So on the day, I had 8 chubby silong bao, and all 8 of them was sold out. So I know for sure for my next market, I'm definitely gonna have to focus on making those chubby silong bao, because they sold so quickly and I could not make them fast enough to restock, and I was just so busy as well. So yeah, the chubby silong bao did really well. The kids also did really well. I almost sold out. There was I had 9 made. Oh no, I had 10 made and 9 sold. So again, a very successful item at my markets. And I think the new project bags really helped as well, because when people realized that each project bag had their own graphic and they had its own pun or quote, people just got really excited about it. And when they got to open up the bags and look at the contents as well, they were more interested in purchasing the product. I realized putting it in a box, it was harder for them to open it up to view the items inside, because obviously a lot of people would want to, you know, see what's inside the kit before they purchase it. I guess again, adding to what I said before in terms of how I could improve on the kit side of things, is maybe I can have all the items laid out on the table so people know what's inside. but I didn't have that much space, so I didn't do that, and I would only open up the bag when someone asked me about the items inside. But yeah, the kids did really well. The next thing that sold out was my mug rug, and I didn't make any more. I didn't have time to stock up on my mug rugs, but I did have 2 on the day, and the 2 sold out. And someone actually came back to me and said, you need to make more of these, because she wanted to buy more, but I only had 1 left at the time. And so I need to really make more mug rugs, which I think I will. I'm planning to make a lot and also produce some digital patterns of the mug rugs as well. And I'm so sorry, guys. There is a crazy dog outside barking, and it's not Captain. Actually, where is Captain? I think he's sleeping. But anyways, in terms of my macrame keychains actually did so much better this time. So last time, none of my macrame keychains sold, and this time, 5 out of 12 of my macrame keychains sold. And the best seller in terms of the keychains, it was my twisted wristlets. So I guess people are always looking for these kind of wristlets so that they can attach to their phone or attach to their wallet or keys, so that it's easier to hold onto. So I definitely need to make more of those. In terms of toys didn't sell too much either. There was only 6 out of the 24 that I took that was sold, which I guess I'm not too surprised, because I did price them quite high, especially the ones in my Kawaii series, Kawaii Yummy series. They were priced pretty high because 1, they did take a lot of time to make. 2, they were very detailed toys, and I didn't want to reduce the price. Maybe if I hold on to the toys longer, for example, if they don't sell until the end of the year, then I will reduce the prices for those. But yeah, they were quite priced high, on the higher end, so I guess people didn't want to purchase them because it was a little bit expensive. But yeah, so I'm not too disappointed in terms of my toys not selling. But yeah, so 6 out of 24 of my toys sold. Stickers, there were 2 stickers sold. And then cards also did really well. 11 cards were sold, and again, it's also because a lot of people saw that if you purchase more cards, you get a cheaper deal. So definitely creating bundle deals on your items definitely help with your sales, and people are more inclined to spend a little bit more if they get a saving, which is really great. So in total, 50 items were sold. I didn't calculate how many items I took on the day, but it would be fairly similar to before as well. But yeah, generally it was a really, really, really good day, and it makes me a little sad because I did say this market was going to be my last one in Kirribilli, only because I'm actually really busy for the rest of the year, and I know we're only just halfway through, but usually my second half of the year is really busy, and I just have a lot of collaborations happening. I've got some orders that are already in, and I just need to work on those. So I don't have a market for July and August, but I do have the Coco Kawaii market in September, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, hopefully I will have some new items for that. And yeah, so I guess this will be the last one for Kirribilli, but if you're watching and you're sad that I won't be at Kirribilli markets for the rest of the year, don't fret. I am going to be in other markets. So, but yeah, I might change my mind. If I get less busy, then I might, sell at the Kirribilli markets maybe sometime in October or November. But actually, those are my busiest months. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this really quick little video of me going through, how my market went, the best-selling items at my market, and also my expenses as well. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel for some fun, exciting new content on the way. But otherwise, I will see you all very soon, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye!